What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We are now on part 17 of our Better Than Napoleon achievement, and we are about to declare war on some of these lower kingdoms of Flanders. And looks like they are no longer in a coalition against us. We will bring Savoy into the fray. Looks like Spain obviously won't be joining us. We could try to tip the scales in our favor, but I'm not sure that we want to do that. Obviously, Denmark hasn't been our ally for that long, so we will go ahead. We will try to take out Austria and Friesland in one go. Let's move the rest of our troops up so we can hopefully try to absolutely dominate. And of course, we will bring our trade ships over as well. We will rename them to the trade node they are protecting. And I believe this is the Bordesian trade fleet. And let's bring these 45 ships to the coast of Holland and these two heavies over as well. As the rest of my units gather towards the front line, we are preparing for war. Advancement of the clergy, 10 influence. And very soon we are going to declare on Burgundy as well. Most likely vassalizing them, but let's go ahead, call in Savoy, and start our conquest of Vlaanderen. And let's begin. You might need a general. We are going to be taking a -1 terrain penalty. And obviously, we have stack wiped their military. And I believe Friesland is our enemy. They have 8,000 troops. Now, all that's really left is Austria. Austria should be a powerhouse. They have 32,000 men combined. Obviously, a little bit of cannon as well. But with Savoy on our team, there is nothing that can stop us. We could either have 27 heretics or 13 heretics. We'll obviously take 13. A lot of pop-ups here. 30,000 men should be able to take them out. And what we'll do is we'll bring these 15 ships over here and these 30 down here into the Straits of Dover. Try to take out most of their fleets. I'm not sure how well we'll fare. And let's bring you back into the coast of Holland, continue blockading their ports. Looks like Friesland has made their way down to Savoy, and we are about to have our very first battle. Ooh, and unfortunately, we are quite far. We do have the extra morale. We may need to retreat, and most likely will. Let's start to consolidate some of our men. We are about to lose a lot of regiments here. We lost 10,000 troops. We'll quickly remake those. I believe it was 6-2 and 2. And it will cost us 170 ducats. We'll have them meet up here in Finisterre, in our back line, of course. Now, Austria does have quite a bit of troops. We might be able to take them out in a quick and decisive blow. We are going to go ahead and detach the siege. If they take the trap, we'll go ahead and as soon as we see this lock here, we'll take them out as fast as we can. Moving these 7,000 units into Champagne, shift-clicking them back to Vlaanderen, of course. Now, their military is far superior to mine. We may need to bring these units in as well. And so far, so good. Taking out our very first major battle here. Continuing to siege down our war goal. will be one of our biggest priorities. We are quite low on manpower, unfortunately. We should be down to about 4,000 manpower. And we are continuing our construction of cannon and, of course, our next cavalry unit. We have the ability to call in Spain. I don't believe we will. We should be able to take out these two countries on our own. Looks like we are going to have 8,000 units uprise in Norfolk. Let's send our cogs over and see if we can bring some units across the Straits of Dover into the English Channel. And I really hope these were cogs. It looks like they were, but I'm not sure why we aren't able to attach transports, and here we are. England has declared war. We should be able to take these units out fairly quickly. They do have a -1 terrain. And Brabant has left our military coalition. We're going to need to ferry these units across the Straits of Dover here, through the English Channel, back to the mainland. We'll bring them to Calais. We now have 10,000 new units. As soon as we take out this, this province here, we'll be able to hopefully strike down the bulk of the Austrian forces here in Savoy on these farmlands. We are very, very close to having some additional siege modifiers, such as, water shortage, or even to break down some of their walls. Trade efficiency or corruption. We will take a little bit of the corruption, unfortunately. Looks like they've destroyed the walls here around Burgundy's capital, or Burgundy's previous capital. And we have finally finished the siege. Let's bring all of our forces very, very close to the Austrian border, or the Austrian army. I'm not too sure where they went. We could bring these units up to Friesland, of course. And we have found the army. They are about to have a -1 penalty. We could make this work for our favor. And we'll bring you back into the fray as well. Alright, Austria here has a -1 crossing penalty. We should be able to fight them off. We certainly have the numbers for it. We were able to take out 5,000 Austrians, but unfortunately this was quite a bloody war. A phylic victory, I might add. And we are going to continually let the game tick on, of course. We are about to have another engagement. We should be able to have our 5,000 men take out these 2,000 units of Flanders. Ah, they have retreated to Friesland. Let's try to consolidate our troops. And it looks like this unit doesn't want to go. Looks like they're actually trapped. That'll be fine, I guess. And really, all I want to do, it would be nice to have Austria here drop some of their territory, but really, I don't think I want to spend the diplomatic power. Obviously, returning some provinces to Venice could be quite beneficial. I'm not necessarily sure that's one of our primary goals. Our real goal here is to head over to Flanders and try to make them our vassal. A lot of countries won't like this at all. So really, we'll make the best of what we can. We could, of course, try this and vassalize the rest. this will still bring us to a lot of aggressive expansion. Yeah, 63 no matter what we do, unfortunately. I would really like to invest, and I think I will do this in time. The influence ideas, having that negative 20% modifier could prove very, very useful. Looks like we got 31,000 troops coming back at us. Hopefully we can create a blockade in the woods. What is this territory? This is woods, and this is woods as well. Let's bring the rest of our troops up. And on the 1st of the next month, we are going to go ahead and finally get some more troops as well. Unfortunately, we do lack manpower. Let's raise additional levies, try to combat this issue, this shortage. Ooh, and of course we could begin to stomp down on Burgundy themselves. I'm not necessarily too sure how well this could work. I believe we now have our very first claim. Not sure what I just did. I'm pretty sure I fabricated a claim. I might have accidentally done something else because it was very fast. But really, I don't know if I want to. We are going to lose 25 legitimacy. Don't want to lose any stability. Let's bring our troops down, meet them up in Nemours, and we'll begin to assault the Austrians. And moving on in. Let's see how much damage we can do. We may want some additional discipline. I see that we have this commandant here. We were able to deal about 10,000 troops worth of damage, but unfortunately they did about 15,000 to us. We are winning these battles, but unfortunately we are getting our manpower drained. And some of the countries that will hate us will be Mainz, Oldenburg, and Nassau. Who would really hate us, though? Papal States. Let's try to improve our relationship with them. Brunswick, East Frisia. None of these countries really matter. Let's go ahead and find some of these lower countries here. I believe we need to improve our relationship with the Papal States. Looks like they're really going to hate us no matter what we do. Let's try to improve our relationship, of course. And I believe Nassau was another country we could try to improve. Looks like we had another battle here. Friesland has capitulated. We are about to have another rebel uprising on our hand in Auteuil and Normandy. So Auteuil and, of course, Normandy. Let's bring these units over. This will be a mountain province, so of course this could be detrimental to our cause. We have a glory seeker general, more prestige, chasing the Austrians away. Let's bring some of these units back to Picardy and over to Normandy as well. And prepare for this uprising. It will hit and trigger very soon. We really, really need some manpower very, very soon. Let's go ahead and pay 200 gold. This is land maintenance. Don't need to be paying for him. Let's retire this general, or I should say, this advisor. Hopefully by the next turn, we should be able to find some sort of unit who would be able to have more manpower modifier. I see the Austrians here are sieging down some territory. This is exactly what we want, a master recruiter. But of course, we are going to keep our discipline unit for the time being. Wait for the rest of our units to move up. And we are going to get a -1 crossing penalty. That will be fine. We absolutely outnumber the Austrians. And And looks like we have an uprising here in Otoy. Nothing we can't handle. 24,000 men. Unfortunately, we are running low on manpower. Let's recapture this territory and start to recover some of our armies here. We're going to need 21,000 men, and unfortunately, we only have 5,000. Looks like Savoy is about to take Austria's very first, area here. Let's recall this diplomat and see how close Austria would be to getting out a quick peace deal. It might be nice to have Savoy here, or Austria, to secede Sungau here to Savoy. We'll see what happens. We really want to end this war as quickly as we can. We have very little manpower. And of course, a lot of countries won't like us. Let's improve our relationship here with Mainz. Try to prevent them from joining a coalition. We're continually trying to improve our papal states, religion as well. We do have the ability to invest in new technology. I believe we will, improving the number of states we can have. Let's get our influence ideas next. We will get our tribute system. Looks like Austria attacked some of our units here. We did lose, I believe, 10,000 troops, unfortunately. And any second now. When Austria heads over, looks like we didn't see a locked icon. Should be able to make quick work of the Austrian army. There we go. And we still have the ability to call Spain over. I don't believe we will. Savoy here is taking more territory from the Austrians. I think we will go ahead and finally get this master recruiter, bringing us from 799 every month to 856. It doesn't seem like a lot, but of course they will add up over time. We have a much stronger heir. 10 versus an 8. We could go ahead, try to kill off our king. I think we'll do that. If we head over to the military tab, we'll go ahead and make our ruler a general. This, of course, will bring him onto the battlefield and into the fray. Let's bring some of these troops over as well. Start sieging down Tyrol. You know what? I'm not necessarily sure that I even want that as well. You know, if I start to siege down enemy territory, we are going to lose men from, attrition and winter. It's not really something that I want to have, especially without any reinforcements. Let's play a very safe gameplay here. And hopefully, after this territory falls, Austria might want to secede from this alliance. I wonder how many men we lost. We have 58. We might not have lost too many. Let's go ahead, verify one more time. Yeah, we have 58, I believe we have 58 regiments. We might not have lost 10,000 troops. I believe we did, unless, of course, we had 68,000 troops, which is quite a bit. We will have some English separatists very soon. And we will recall this diplomat. How close is Austria from giving us a white peace very, very soon? Looks like Savoy here was in a military battle. And we are about to be in another battle as well. Let's begin to move our troops in. This is a woodsy terrain. And Austria has a -1 terrain and a -1 crossing. They will be losing 4,000 men. Let's retreat some of these forces. I really want to end this war. Friesland wants to give me a peace offer. I think I will go ahead and take their 201 ducats. France will get 153 of this amount. I will gain some inflation. I will gain some prestige. And if we can, let's go ahead and offer Austria a white peace. I believe we will. And now we have the ability to take over all of Friesland, all of Flanders here. I am very nervous that a coalition will be formed. England obviously hates me, but I can deal with that. Burgundy hates me, very weak. A lot of very weak countries. I will go ahead and vassalize these territories. This could be a very bad move on my behalf. We'll see what happens in time. We will need to funnel some men over to the English Isles and prepare for another uprising. Let's start to improve the relationship with Flanders. Friends in need. We could lose 25 diplomatic power. Obviously I don't want that to happen, so we won't. We are going to be gaining 50 diplomatic power as well. Let's improve our relationship with Flanders. They absolutely hate us, but that will change in time. A lot of countries hate me again. Austria has -43 aggressive expansion. And of course, we are going to have some heretics in London. We really need manpower. That's one of our biggest issues right now. Oldenburg has joined a military coalition. We might be able to quickly bring some of these units into this battle as well. Now, if we're lucky, we could hopefully try to reinforce the English Isles here. We are going to unfortunately lose 15 more prestige, which I will be fine with. We are going to be gaining some loyalty. And we are very close to having some uprisings in Kent and Norfolk, so these two territories. Let's try to bring over 7,000 more men. Protestant zealots. Oh man, this is going to be quite dangerous. And into Essex as well. We are down 21,000 manpower. I don't believe we're going to be doing anything like any new wars or conquests for the time being. And it looks like I am going to go ahead and end the episode here. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in our next adventure.